Has been waiting for this one for a very long time. Welcome to the
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
All the talking has... And there's the bell for round one. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Trying to land that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. These punches coming from every angle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Punch output, thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counters. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Got out of the way, that right hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jukan in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
Okay, I'm happy.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
That uppercut can't get through. Didn't land that jab. They exchange punches. You'd like to see more jabs. a lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter shot. Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. That counter shot lands. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Good counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Zhukan in that last round. As bad as this round. There's the bell for round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A perfect counter shot. There's a counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab misses. How about that time counter shot? Both men step back for just a moment. He threw a punch and just got countered. The perfect counter lands. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punching. Beautiful counter punch. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Zhukan in that last round. What are you doing? Here we go to the 4th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Can't land that jab. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. He misses with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
He blocks the right hook. Do you believe this? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Zhu Khan in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too...
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Catch and shoot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter shot lands. Both men step back for just a moment. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain over blood.
This has been a very competitive competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Looking to land the hook. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to cheer you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Jukan in that last round. Well, this is a very important... On to the 6th round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Perfect counter shot. Nice job getting that punch through. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
How about that time counter shot? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. You'd like to see more jabs. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What are you going to do, Tony? It's anticipation.
And down goes Billy Dibb. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a 1, 2, 3, 4.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
So much firepower here. That counter shot lands. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Billy Dibb in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Here we go. It's round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They exchange punches. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Punch, counter punch. That counter shot lands. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare if you are not fit.
Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are ready.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Billy Dale in that last round. It's not over till what you're doing. And we enter the 8th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You'd like to see more jabs. Another scoring shot there. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Left uppercut doesn't score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. fighters sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Catch and shoot. Beautiful counter punch. Fantastic punch. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Are you okay? You're out of there.
It happened. You saw it here live. A